Welcome back to Jay's Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. What a weekend we got going on for you guys here, and I'm sure you want to know what's the deal, what's happening, and what to do next. Let's go ahead and get live and hop on in. All right, guys, rocking and rolling, pushing and pumping. Go ahead and hop in over here with you guys and get out to our socials, get out to our link so everybody can get with us and get rocking and follow along. All right. Mad love and respect. Let's grab our link and drop them. All right. We're going to get with it inside our Telegram channels, private channels, VIPs, and much, much more. All right. And I'm going to give you that link because I'm going to be dropping so much information into those Telegrams for your targets and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to want to be inside that Telegram group because, as you see, go back and look in those. We hit all of our targets. We talk about it. We utilize charting systems. We watch the liquidity. We watch all market chain analysis, the overall funding, markets, crypto stocks, and what's happening in the world as a whole so we know what's going on. All right? So let's get with it. Okay, let me drop our links, okay, and we're going to get with it. All right. And we're going to shout out because we got some projects pushing, rocking, okay, and a lot of cool stuff coming to you guys. Okay. We're going to get with it, and we're going to get you those links, too, also. I'm going to grab you those links. I'm actually going to that link right here, and I'm going to drop it actually inside the chat so we can get with it. And you guys have seen me do all of this right here, right? And let's grab this link, actually. And don't forget to swing by Twitter, man, because this is like the town square for everybody, okay? So this is where everybody gets together and the know-how. I must see. All right. Let's grab our little hashtags here so we can just drop a quick tweet out there. All right. Okay. Bada boom, bada bang. I love doing it with you guys. So, yes, as always. All right. So you guys got that information. We got the link out to you guys, and you guys are chilling. And we are going to drop info there. And then I'm going to let you know during the video where we're going to go live on Telegram inside of VC. And we're going to do our J Strategies Duck Race. For you guys that don't know what it is and are hearing about it, okay, you'll find out real quick. It's mad fun to be part of. All right, so we got crypto news, and then we're going to go ahead and rock over the overall cryptocurrency market. So right now, looking at CoinMarketCap, CMC, and we're utilizing this to look at our prices. So today's overall cryptocurrency market cap is 1.043, so it's $1.043 trillion. So actually, it's down 5 points percent the total overall cryptocurrency market. So a lot of money flowing out of the market during these times of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's what FUD is, F-U-D. And I'm going to be using some acronyms inside this video and telling you what they are because you got to have your strategies for trading and you got to be in the know-how so you're safe and you know how to use the crypto landscape. If you have any questions, you want to rock with it, you can go ahead and hop inside those Telegram groups and ask because we are going to be pushing and pumping because I want everybody to be in know-how and just teach everybody and just spread and share the word, share the love. Mad love and respect to everybody that's rocking out there. All right, so 24-hour volume is 48 billion. Bitcoin dominates 47.7%. Ethereum dominates 20%. Gas for Ethereum is 26 gilly right now, so not too bad on the gas prices on this slide. And we're going to see on the charts, and we're going to see some crazy stuff that's happening on the dominance. And I was looking at on-chain analysis because, as you know, I love to rock with some really detailed charts and analysis and on-chain and watching these markets and getting out there. So we really have been diving into this. Okay, so today, Bitcoin is at $25,679. Past 24 hours, 3.5% to the down. We are now below that $500 billion market cap. We're at $498.1 billion, $16.6 billion in volume today. Ethereum at $1,743. Past 24 hours, down 5.7%, $209 billion market cap, $9.1 billion in volume. USDT, okay, market cap is at that $83.3 billion. We've been watching this inch up, and we've been seeing issuing of stable coins out in the market, and we're doing deep dives into it and see how they're actually backing their stable coins. So they're actually doing a pretty good job thus far as showing proof of reserves. All right, you can see $35.1 billion in volume into the stable coin. So there's a lot of money on the sidelines, guys. All right, so you're going to want to see the dominances and the on-chain analysis happening right now, because we are getting set up right now for some excellent entries in the market on these indicators. So you're going to want to actually follow through with this. Watch some of the other videos so you can get in the know-how. And just attention, rock along. If you have any questions, you can hop into the chat, and I'm more than willing to help out. Binance, BNB, there's been a lot of news around BNB. BNB is at $235 right now. It's down 10% in the past 24 hours. $36.7 billion market cap, $981 million in volume today. So there's been a lot of news, FUD news about and around Binance, BNB. So people have been pulling out assets from the Binance exchange because of this news and information. All right. So when stuff like that happens and the news comes out and start flowing cash out, all right, you're going to see different switches and indicators. So we're going to take a look at that so we can actually see what's going on. And I'm going to be able to tell you, because there could be on the tethering of what's happening in the U.S. with the security exchange, okay, and the financial markets, and what they're going to be doing with Binance, Binance US, Coinbase, and Robinhood, okay, is delisting a couple coins. So that's causing a pullback in the market. So there's a lot of stuff happening all at once, and there's a lot of stablecoin money on the sidelines, and Bitcoin is daddy of them all, king, decentralized, completely not controlled by anybody, okay? So Bitcoin will always ride on top, okay? USDC coin, okay, now at $28.3 billion market cap, $4.8 billion in volume today. XRP is now at 49 cents, down 7.8% in the past 24 hours, $25.6 billion market cap, $2 billion in volume. So like I've been showing you and talking to you guys over this time and talking about XRP, and just go ahead and follow along. And for you guys that have been following along, just like I've been saying, they've been utilizing XRP, Ripple Labs, and the XRP blockchain, because they've been actually in a lawsuit with the U.S. for so long now, all right? And in my own opinion, do your own research as always, not financial advice, but utilizing and watching how they're using Ripple Labs and the different industries, like the shipping industries, the used car sales industries, shipping across country, cross borders and stuff like that, utilizing transfer of value. All right, so that is actually something that's very bullish for the XRP blockchain as a whole. All right, so we do trade the XRP, and we take opportunities, advantage of the opportunities when we can DCA and buy in during these times. So we wait for our DCA times. So when we see dips during the months, okay, we buy into these dips to continue on. Cardano at 25 cents, down 19.4% in the past 24 hours, $8.8 billion market cap, huge pullbacks today. Dogecoin at 6 cents, pulled back 13.6% in the past 24 hours, $8.4 billion market cap, $902 million in volume. Wait, Cardano had $1.2 million in volume, so heavy volume pulling out and going to those stable coins. We're going to show you the charts and the dominance that's rocking there. Look at this. Tron is sitting at the number 9 spot. Tron is at 6 cents. It's down 12.6% in the past 24 hours, $6.1 billion market cap, $526 in volume. Solana is sitting at number 10 at $14.80, down 21% in the past 24 hours, $5.8 billion market cap, $1.1 billion in volume. Oh, geez, look at this. This is crazy. I see this as an opportunity, and this is why I want to show you guys this, okay? So this is something that people are pouncing on, and you can see a lot of those stable coins on the sidelines and what's going to be happening, and the decentralized and the networking that you watch on-chain and how we follow it. So it's definitely rocking. Litecoin right there sitting at $6.67, down 14%. Now, you know, Litecoin and Dogecoin use a script algorithm, so they're mined together. You could do dual mining. So that's why I'm always saying, okay, if Dogecoin gets utilized more as a payment option, tipping options, and in the Web3 space, okay, for e-commerce websites, if that utilization does happen and the volume ramps up, Litecoin is actually mined right along with it. So the accumulation periods and then the sell periods of the different mining, you have to watch that and do our netting, okay? So we'll be having our VIP videos and sections so we can show you guys how to read on-chain analysis, how to read certain indicators, and teach you guys to be able to learn, trade safe out there, know the different move targets and what's happening in the market, all right? Now look at this. Matic down in 15 spot. Matic is now at 56 cents. It's pulled back 26% in the past 24 hours. $5.2 billion market cap, $1 billion in volume. Binance USD coin, all right, is at $4.7 billion market cap, $2.9 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. So we can actually see that's why BUSD is part of the Binance chain. So you can see, okay, so people selling off BNB, going into BUSD, trading for other stable coins is slowing outflow into the markets, all right? Polkadot, $4.45, okay? 24-hour pullback, 11.9%. This is crazy, guys, okay? So these are crazy opportunities, and it's a very interesting day and happening on a weekend here and after what's happening in the stock markets, and I'm going to actually share this because it is conflicting information. Avalanche, another chain that we're watching along with Matic. So Matic and Avalanche are two of the altcoins that we're going to be watching because we're going to see what utilization they're going to use as far as liquidity pairs. Avalanche is at $11.27. Past 24 hours, it pulled back 20%. For you Shiba holders, past 24 hours, pulled back 17.6%, and Shiba is now at $3.8 billion market cap. So Shiba is, you know, falling off there for you guys, but you guys know, you know, how Shiba pops up, and I get questions about Shiba all the time. And then, you know, we can talk about other ones that we're going into, but it's just crazy how the market's moving here and the moves that are happening right here in the 24-hour period, okay? So it's definitely interesting to see what the deal is, okay? So don't forget to swing by Twitter. Don't forget to follow Twitter and rock out with all of our different information that comes out all the time. We give you all the information on the Bitcoin charts, targets, and much more of what's happening, strategies, and all that kind of stuff. Remember, CEST, condition, entry, strategy, and your target. You know, guys, so get with it. Hit that bell. Hit that mad love and respect to you guys. Pushing, pumping, chilling, and chilling. Okay, so taking a look over here at the charts. So first, I'm looking at Bitcoin, all right? This is Bitcoin on the 1-hour chart. I am using an indicator, okay, called Trader's Reality, okay? You can type that in and utilize the indicator. It's been coded and out there on Telegram for you guys to utilize. It's a hybrid indicator that's utilized and used, you know, by market makers during the different sessions and stuff like that, so you can see what's happening at certain times of the day. And that's why you see my chart set up like this, and I do actually utilize the RSI2 on top of that indicator, and I'll just show you guys a couple things that's happening. So we're looking at the 1-hour chart, okay, and we're looking at moving averages, all right? So on this one chart, you can see the 50 EMA turned down, so we were right at that resistance, which the resistance at this when we did our last videos, we were sitting at that $20,500 level resistance. Okay, we didn't break above it, and that's when all of this sell-off started happening in the market. So we went from 26.5 to 25.5, right? And that's right where we had that previous dip in the market after we had that inflow of cash. So that makes you think, watching, so you're going to watch these different moves that are happening in the market, and then you're going to be like, sheesh, you know, what is going on, all right? So each of these different boxes that you see are different sessions, all right? So you can see it says New York, Sydney, Hong Kong. So the best times of day for trading and volatility are at the start times of day and end times of day, and what's happening in the overall, stock markets and the main markets. So we're going to actually show you that real quick, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at gold real quick, and we're on the 1 hour chart, and you can see that people ended up back into a safe haven asset, which is utilized gold, all right? So this is something that we watch to just find out what's happening in the financial markets, right? So the S&P index, okay, and I'm going to go down and show you guys this. Now, look, you see 200 EMA, and we're on the 1 hour chart, okay? So it's been tapping and testing the 200 EMA, and it's continuing to ride up. So it actually does have strength, as you can see, okay? Let me break it down actually to the half-hour time frame so we can see it a little bit more, all right? So you can see that it's been riding above its 50 moving average on lower time frames here, okay? And at times when it does tap below that 200, those are the opportunities to come in. So we did have some rides. It's actually riding, and S&P is sitting right now at 430, okay? So it's off trading hours, and we had a pretty volatile day on Friday after a swing up. And like I was telling you, the most volatile times of day are at the beginning of the sessions. So you can see, take a look at this, and then look, you go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin, okay, in the New York session, and you can see what happened, okay. S&P flew up, and then you can see Bitcoin, this big move pulled to the downside below the moving averages. All right, so we were watching that. It was definitely interesting. The total overall cryptocurrency market cap had this big candle. This is on the half-hour time frame. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 1 hour time frame for the overall crypto market cap. So this last area that we were sitting here of that 1 trillion, 2 billion. So we broke below that, and we're below the M0, and we're really extended. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so total overall cryptocurrency market cap. So we pulled below those ranges, okay? The RSI was sitting heavily oversold, okay? And it started to come back up, but we are still in these territories. So if you look at these boxes right here on the RSI, and we're still below that area, you see this yellow line and how we're trading below it. I want to see, are we going to be able to bounce off this and be able to come back up? But this is on the time frame here sitting there. Now, overall cryptocurrency market cap, let's go to the daily time frame, okay? And let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick for you guys, all right? So, as you can see, right where we had all these support levels, so, as we were hitting that 200 EMA, heavy support, like I was saying the other day, if we break and close below that 200 EMA, we are heading for that next zone right below that 1 trillion mark on the overall cryptocurrency market. So what happened? Okay, so exactly what was going on and exactly what happened. Okay, we were watching the market, so it was actually interesting how it played out after seeing that. RSI turned down, and this is on the daily longer time frame. Okay, now something that I want to show you. Now the U.S. bonds were pulling towards the upside, so people were able to buy. So these are the 10-year yield bonds. Okay, so the percentage rates were higher, so people were putting money into bonds because they were getting higher interest rates, and U.S. was just trying to strengthen the U.S. dollar. You can see the DXY index when it was sitting right here, okay, pulling towards the upside. And when that pulls toward the upside, okay, we do see some downward movement inside the cryptocurrency market, and that's just how it is, how it correlates, all right? But if you can see, it's starting to actually change of how Bitcoin is connected to the stock markets, okay? So that's something definitely that we're looking at. Now take a look at this. Bitcoin dominance. So this shows how much dominance of Bitcoin's in the market. So how much Bitcoin are people holding overall. So during this dip, look at this. People are buying in heavy into this dip. All right, let me go back to my 1 hour time frames. And you can see, okay, heavy buying into Bitcoin on this dip. So a lot of happening. So you can see volume picking up, heavy into the Bitcoin dominance, and then let's go ahead and see. You can see the heavy sell-off on volume, and then pretty much not really like a rally, just a bounce and kind of like trading sideways here on this time frame, because the RSI is hitting right at this range where we're coming back into mid-range where it's inside this blue box right here.
But we need to pay attention also too. Is it going to have volume, or is there going to be no volume, no strength in the market? So right now it's not even looking like there's any heavy volume, but bigger whales and wallets. And you could see that I posted over here on Twitter, and I said number of addresses with a non-zero balance. Now look at this. It has been increasing, okay, over, just throughout this year and the past few months, increasing heavily. All right, so more and more utilization of Bitcoin on the markets, which is definitely bullish and definitely something that I would be following, okay? And you can just follow Twitter and you can see how we drop information and tell you about what's going on in the markets, different ratios, flow ratios, and hitting targets on our charts, okay? So that's something that we were talking about. The target that I was talking about was on this 1 hour chart, all right? Let me go ahead and pull this down, and let me remove this so we can actually see. And then on the RSI, I was saying, okay, there could be an opportunity because we did have these things. Now I'm using this indicator. It has different colored candles, and each different color means different, different things. All right. So like, bright green vector candles, and the more that you follow along, the more that you'll learn and understand this, because this is a really strong system to be utilizing, the hybrid system, because this gives us all the different times of day that are trading, and automatic market makers are utilizing these charts for those sessions. All right. So you can see the 50 EMA is sitting at that 26,200. So if I see some volume coming in, that would be a target that I could see us coming back to and hitting that 50 EMA on these time frames. So that would be something that I would be watching if we are going to have a relief rally, but we're probably definitely going to hit some resistance when we get back to those levels. Now, on the other hand, if we have more of pullback, we are going back towards that 25K even zone, because as you can see back in those days, all right, you can see that was a heavy resistance area at that 25K right here. All right, so that's our next big heavy level of support, okay, at 25K even. All right, if we break that 25K, okay, we could be heading towards that 22.5K level. So that's something that we're going to be watching. But as you saw on the dominance, people are swooping in and grabbing that Bitcoin. All right, so that's just something that's really interesting. A lot of information put out to you guys right now. So it's definitely, crazy in that regard. Ethereum, all right, so you see Ethereum actually pulled back. It's well below the M0 pivot zone, okay, and you can see actually it came all the way down to 1,715 RSI, and this is on the 1 hour time frame. RSI started to come back up. It crossed over this yellow line right here, but we're still out, and it looks like there's more selling happening at this moment. If we do break that, 1,700 is a level that I would be watching out for Ethereum. So I'm just seeing where these levels are going to play out, and when we're going to see some sideways action, and then when we're going to see some patterns. All right, because we're on a weekend, and as you know, it's not trading into session. So I really want to see what happens on Bitcoin's weekly close. All right, the daily on Ethereum, okay. As you can see now, I said we were going to come back towards that 200 EMA, and guess what? That's exactly where we went. You can go ahead and watch our other videos of what we talked about, and we said that our target was that 200 EMA, and we tapped that and we hit that target, so we picked up that area on an entry. Okay, so that's definitely something that is bullish that we talked about. So that's what we're sitting at right now, and that's on the daily chart. Okay, and we did come back to that 200 EMA because that was a heavy level of resistance at that one point, and now it's acting as support. All right, RSI is turned down, and it still has some more room to run towards the downside. So if we do break below and close the candle below the 200 EMA, all right, these next support levels that we're looking at is 1,365. All right, so that could be a complete sell-off down towards those areas, okay, because there's a lot of different stuff happening in the market today. All right, Binance, BNB. 235. Now Binance has been having so much fun out in the markets, and when I told you, okay, we're going to see like the sell-off and we'll see the moving averages move down, this is on the daily, we are right back down to this area where we have 220, okay? So if we do see continuation of sell-off, this would be a next ladder in target that I would be able to grab. as a $220 level. You can see RSI is on the way oversold area. So definitely you want to be buying as you're going down. You don't buy into the FOMO, okay? What I do is ladder in orders on as we're pulling down. Let's go ahead and look at the 1 hour time frame, okay, on the chart here, the 1 hour time frame on BNB, okay, and you can see with the news out, the 50 EMA has been a heavy resistance, so we've been coming back to it and playing those targets and triggers, okay? So as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we did come back up on the RSI, but we're still into a heavy oversold range, and you can see that $230 level was a level of support. Little bit of a relief from that, but we still need to watch because it looks like we may be coming back to test those levels and possibly at those 220 levels. So there's a lot of stuff happening inside those markets, okay? Now, as you see, heavy volume during those times, okay? And then buying right after those heavy dumps. Then we had actually a heavier dump, but I actually see some rising in volume over the past day or so. So this is something that I'm going to pay attention to of what's happening on Binance, okay, because of what's happening in the news, all right? XRP, okay? So XRP, obviously, because the market pulled all back, all right, on the 1 hour, we came all the way back to the 800. This is acting as support at that 48, 49 cent level, all right, on the 1 hour time frame. But let's go ahead and look at the daily so we could look at the XRP, all right? So at some point we said, okay, we're breaking below this 800 EMA, and we closed. We're going to retest that 50, so we did come back to that 50 like we talked about in our other videos at that 49 cent, okay? And had that, okay, and then the 200 level right there, okay, at the 44 cent level. So you can see at some point, you know, in the past when we talked about it, we broke below that 200 and it was hitting as a major resistance, and when we came back above it, now we're hitting those levels of support. If we close below that 50 on the daily, XRP would be heading back towards that 44 cent level, so that would be targets that I would be grabbing at the 50 EMA and then at the 200. Now, if we fail and close below that 200 range, okay, support right there at the 40 cent even, because this was a heavy level of resistance at some point. So you're going to be watching for those targets, okay? Watching for 44 cents and then 40 cents even if the market continues on a sell-off. But you can see on the RSI, the RSI was extended, and you know, XRP did have a lot of movement happening, so it has a little bit of a cool down period. So this is okay. It's not really bad news, you know. If you're a long-term holder and you're holding for the long term, you know, you take advantage of these different opportunities when you do get them, because as you can see, stuff is happening, right? So the dominance, USDT, look at this. Heavy amounts of stable coins on the sidelines, getting ready and waiting to pull into the markets, okay? So the more stable coins that are out there, okay, and then as news comes in and watching actual on-chain data, you will see the utilization of that happening, okay? Bitcoin dominance, as you can see, people buying Bitcoin on the dip, all right? It's you know, it's pretty explanatory right there. Now the Bitcoin, okay, that 200 EMA at that 25,280. All right. So if we do close below that 25,280, okay, guys, you see right here at that 21.5 and then $22,000 level, that could be another target if we do see more fear in the markets. Okay. So we can take a look actually, and we can see just what the general news is. Why is the SEC suing Coinbase and Binance, okay? And then millions in Polygon's Matic tokens were sent to Binance and Coinbase to sell off because Robinhood is removing these 3 tokens. And as you can see, okay, because what's happening is Robinhood is delisting and crack down on regulations. All right, so they're delisting Matic and they're removing 3 of their top crypto tokens on there. So that's why you're seeing some of those sell-offs on those big 20% moves towards the downside. Solana 88 Matic token slide as a sudden move after the SEC lawsuit, okay? Bitcoin dominance surges, okay, at that $1 trillion level, all right? And Robinhood is one of the biggest traders, especially of Dogecoin. So it's definitely stuff that's happening. All right, the Feds are coming for crypto. Can it survive? Like I said, Bitcoin is the top. It's the main decentralization. So they don't want people having controls and being centralized to be able to control the money flow in the market. So if it's truly decentralized, okay, Bitcoin is in it for the win. I'm not saying that I'm a Bitcoin maxi. I do like some of the projects and the altcoins and projects that I help and work for. There's definitely advantages to them. That's why we talk about some of those coins. Like we've been watching Polygon and Matic and XRP, and we keep talking about it, talking about the volume and the utilization of the blockchain and what's happening. Okay, so you got to watch and see what's happening in the news. So all this information coming out at once is causing, again, yet that fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, causing people to pull out, go into stable coins, more stable coins being issued, and actually this could be a opportunity. I look at it as a opportunity. Don't get freaked out, okay, because you will see differences, and as you know, there's high volatility in the market as it's happening. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the video. Follow us on Twitter, where you can get all of the latest and greatest new information that's out there. We talk about the prices, we talk about crypto, and we talk about what's going on. If it looks messy, get with it. Go ahead and swing by and hop into our Telegram pages so you can see. And so as we see, Bitcoin BNB is down. Yeah, BNB is sitting at that level. So definitely something that we talk about, and we drop all of this important information inside the Telegram channels, so you can definitely see what's happening there. Okay, so mad love and respect for that. Okay, so mad love to everybody that stopped by, because you were chilling and rocking and rolling with Jay Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. Until the next time, guys.